Hello everyone, Seedlink here, back with another Company of Heroes 2 replay. I actually recorded this quite a bit earlier, but a Windows update reset my Discord, or not just Discord, but OBS apparently as well, mic. So my basically all my things I use with mic, it reset all of them because Windows doesn't know what the hell it's doing. And I really definitely want to upload this because this is actually the first time I've ever faced this. And I was actually thinking I might face this at some point. I was even thinking to myself, I wonder when I'm going to face this, because this seems like a good combo, except for one thing, which is that's very manpower heavy. So the first thing is machine gun spam, initially. And I gotta say, for a machine gun spammer, he did not do this well. Especially on this map. Like, he never even put a machine gun in this building, which is absurd given this map. There's two VPs right here. And there's one over here. Hang on, where did his manpower go? He literally didn't even build anything extra, so where did his manpower go? Didn't get the bombs, didn't get the weapon rack. He also instantly made a fuel cache, which is, I wouldn't say the first time I've seen that. It probably is the first time I've seen it done like instantly, but like you very rarely see it that quickly. But yeah, now he's making a machine gun. It seems like he got his manpower super late there. Yeah, we got multiple forces. One getting that VP. A lot of the game can decide on who just gets the first, who gets two VPs first at the start of the game, because it's a matter of taking the VPs and holding it is what most of this game is based off of. Yeah, he's got two machine guns, one over here that he has set up, but I'm not pushing into him. So now I see him there. I'm like, you know what? I don't even have guys damage. I'm just going to immediately retreat. And I'll just put guys in this building to give me extra vision and also to kind of give me, like, cover. So now I capped this in case he snuck some guys down here and was capping that, but he wasn't. So now I went to cap that afterwards. And also this gives you 8, this gives you 7, which is one of the things that people have complained about, but I personally find it fine. I almost threw a Molotov there, but the flank alone was enough to force him to retreat. And now that he's doing that, I'm like, okay, I'll cap this, and then you're gonna get cut off. Now, what I was thinking it was doing is actually going deeper and cutting him off even further to cut off both these points. But sadly, that doesn't work because you need this point to cut off all of this, which is kind of stupid. Or really stupid, in my opinion. Now I got a Battlefield Group headquarters. I mean, the whole reason was just to get a half track alone and just get the 221 out. Because if he's going just completely on machine guns, then 221 is just insanely good. Because all you gotta do is just run around and that's it. They can't do anything. Here I saw him set up, so I was like, okay, I literally just want to cap this and then run away. So I'll just go a little bit further back. Now he's taking this point. And then I flank him, force him to retreat, and then take this point as well. Got 221 out, force this infantry section back, and got 221 out. So yeah, in a pretty good position, especially capping-wise. Did force him to retreat, but I'm coming with the 221. And this is, I've never seen before. I've never seen machine gun and sniper together in any of my games before. And something I want to point out as well is that all of these buffs are to his infantry sections, which he never got. Like, I think he got like 2, maybe 3 max this game. He's trying to go after that sniper, but a bit too close to base with good cover. So yeah, now he's setting up here, but all you gotta do is just drive around it, and it immediately forces him to retreat. static very close up, which is very good accuracy-wise. Yep, and that forces him to immediately get a anti-tank gun. And I had a feeling that's what he was going for too, just static anti-tank. Static machine gun, static anti-tank, and then sniper to try to force him to do something. So I'm healing back at base while my 221's doing everything, pretty much. I actually got pretty unlucky on timing here. He randomly moved his sniper away, and I decided to dive on it because I really wanted to kill it because it's very high on manpower. But right as he did that, he had an anti-tank gun in position. Thankfully, I barely lived. I was honestly a little surprised given I was a little damaged. And a lot of shots just barely missed the sniper. But honestly, just knowing that he has an anti-tank gun and keeping the 221 alive for now is big. And I've got enough points I can get a half-track really quickly. And I'm not really too worried about missing out on Panzerfaust because he's not going for any vehicles. And I can tell he's not planning to. The only thing I was worried about was this, but by the time he got this, I was able to get a Puma out. One thing I'm thinking of using a bit more is the Raketin. I mean, this is another one of the reasons I actually really like the OKW. People don't usually like the Raketin, but I like it because it's the only anti-tank gun that you can actually use to retreat and like run away. And here, I actually had him outgunned. Volley plus machine gun, but thankfully he retreated a bit early. Good position there. Yeah, the double gas is huge because I'm able to get mechanized and a Puma out before he's even able to get an armored car out. And because he's relying on machine guns and a sniper, which I've been pushing back quite nicely, he's having a hard time actually pushing back against this machine gun. Did at least get a second infantry squad. And this is one of the things I like to do is that once I have a huge lead and once I have a bunch of territory, I do their strategy and just spam machine guns because machine guns are better on defense than offense. So if I've got like 2 machine guns and you got 2 machine guns, it's going to be a lot better for me. So yeah, he's got 3 points and a fuel cache, so he's not super behind fuel-wise. But yeah, he's getting an armored car, and I've got 100 gas. I'm just waiting for the manpower for the Puma. And the thing is, I don't even need the Puma right now. It's only once I see the armored car. I always forget to use this as well, even though, to be honest, I don't think it's necessary. And honestly, for 35, it's not that good. It's only if you really need, if you really can't afford to keep these guys back. Got a machine gun here for extra vision and to cover this VP effectively. Now this is what I was doing. I was like, come over here, force him to put all of his guys here, then come in with the 221. I was like, kill that friggin' sniper. Now I actually continued to target the sniper, and it targeted that for no reason, which really infuriated me. Because as you can see, there's a lot of shots that barely didn't kill. Now, if I died there, I was a little infuriated because I didn't kill a sniper and it targeted this for no reason. But I at least got the information that this came out. I was already getting a Puma. Now because I have the whole map, I've got plenty of ammunition, so I just did a double Panzerfaust, which just forces him to stay way back in his base. Now, I didn't actually notice that he was doing this In fact, I think I actually clicked retreat basically right when I saw that. So yeah, it was pretty late, but that was all right. I lost one machine gun, but I'm still doing all right on manpower wise, and I've got a Puma. Now here's the funny thing. I actually purposely did not move my Puma out because one of the things that you want to do with vehicles that the opponent doesn't know about is you want to surprise them. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to force him to make the first move and like move his anti-tank gun and armored car where I would see it, and then I would move in. But the thing is, I really wanted to use my Puma to get rid of these machine guns, which are in good positions, because it's the only thing that could effectively do that. I completely, honestly forgot that not only did I damage his armored car, but also he didn't even have an engineer squad, so it took him ages to be able to get the Puma back out, or the armored car back out. So my Puma had a long time that it could just do whatever it wanted and it couldn't be punished, but I just completely got rid of that, basically. I did get the Panzer Shreks, but it does limit their overall strength. It just makes them better versus vehicles. But yeah, so here, I move in with the Puma to deal with the machine gun. But right then, he's not only moving his anti-tank out, but that engine is back alive. So I forced that one back. But this one had a lot of my guys pinned, so I wanted to force that one back. However, he was able to get this guy in a good position. Two things I will say were a little BS, though, is that for whatever reason, I didn't actually have any vision of this. Like, if you look at my camera, I literally can't see him anywhere. I saw a double shot, I'm like, what's hitting me there? That guy died, but his machine gun's low. And that shot, I, again, didn't even see it. And I just saw it at the end there once I started moving upwards towards it. And I was like, please, please kill that sniper. And thankfully I did. Yeah, that guy was barely... The friggin', like, bar up here, the enemy victory points, friggin' blocked my vision of it. Which was really annoying. And I really didn't expect him to remake the sniper, honestly. I killed his sniper, and eventually stole this this Vickers. I didn't steal it with this, because it would have gotten rid of the veterancy. Because it wasn't quite a full squad. But yeah, I stole the Vickers, and he remade the sniper. So he's sinking a lot of manpower into just a few units. And this infantry section he's also had for a long time, and he's not upgraded at all, which is very stupid. Set up a machine gun here to cap this point, as well as to force this guy back. They got pinned very quickly, given how many of my shots were missing. Pinned the center point very well. Cap this and pin any guys around there very well. Molly him off. It does at least reset his veterancy. He also walked through that molly there. Luckily it was going away. And the way pinning works on machine guns also doesn't make any sense. Yeah, given how ahead I was like, you know what? I could go for another Puma, but I'm like, you know what? I'm so ahead on gas right now that I might as well just go straight for a Panzer IV, maybe even a Panther. Because, I mean, Puma versus armored car, that's a bit of a trade, especially, you know, with his anti-tank gun. If he has it in good position, then he can beat me. In fact, he had a lot of shots miss over here, probably because he was of these hedgerows in this. So I was like, let's just go for a Panzer headquarters and just immediately get, like, the most powerful tank possible so that he just can't get anything. Because I knew, given that I had so much of the map, he wasn't going to be able to get any heavy tank out, any good tank out anytime soon. You'd have to spend 155 gas on this, and then even more than that to get a Sherman. And if he got anything less than a Sherman, then he was not going to be able to do anything. See, I actually started a Puma there and then canceled it because I was like, you know what? I should just save this gas. Got double gas. I've got almost the whole map. And fun little fact, I could have sworn this hasn't been a thing in my games unless they made it unless it was a balanced chat patch. I used to cap points where these were a thing, but apparently now if you build those, you can't actually cap them. Which is actually which actually buffs them quite a bit in my opinion. Previously I capped them, so unless that was like a balance patch thing that I either didn't see or they didn't mention, that's quite a change because I have capped those points before. And also I think people would, especially at a low level, would use those a lot more if you could just straight up not cap that. Because I mean, especially on this map, I mean the reason he did it there was because I took these points and this, for whatever reason, this point cuts off all of this. Which honestly is really stupid. Lost a unit there, but that was alright. And something that I didn't focus on, and I'm certain he didn't focus on this game that much, was the enemy victory points. See, I'm upgrading this to get the flat gun good. This is also good because this is my point similar to over here, which is that if he takes this, he can cut off basically everything. So by getting a flat cannon on this point, he basically just can't do anything there. Yeah, for a while, you know, mid to the late part of this game, I actually had more machine guns than him. I had more machine guns than the machine gun spammer. And he did manage to get another infantry section out, but he still didn't use his munitions to buff them up at all. He also lost his fuel cache. He still had a lot of fuel, but he wasn't actually going for anything. He was actually saving up for this here, the Sexton. He was waiting until he got that point. I thought it was 9 though, so maybe I think he can do it. He just doesn't have enough manpower for it, which honestly wasn't even that good of a choice. Where's the Valentine? Here's the Valentine. Yeah, he should have probably gone for this, honestly. Because this doesn't require an upgrade, and it probably would have helped him a lot. At least given how much gas he got this game. With 25 points left. Nil best random, as they say. I don't think I've ever even used this unit before. And I don't think I ever will, given its 570 manpower to recruit. I mean, how much is a Panther? Panther's 490. Actually, that's not insanely bad. A little less than 100, but still quite a lot worse. Especially considering that I'd never end up going for Panthers because of how expensive they are. So I actually completely forgot. I did that just because I was like, oh, this guy actually has a grenade. I didn't think these guys had grenades. Let me see what that does. Oh, it just stuns them. That's actually surprisingly good because you can combine it with Molotovs and just burn people alive, especially if they don't retreat like this guy's not doing. So he's finally taking this point here, which I've just left undefended for ages. Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points. He's also ignored the left side a lot, this point over here. So if I cap this, I can keep it for a long time. The enemy cut our supply line. So he's finally using the Sexton, but I've got enough manpower and stuff to get a Panther out. And basically, right as I started making a Panther, that's when the game ended. In fact, fun little fact, I capped this third point right when that happened. Yeah, you can see literally the very second the game ended, I started making a Panther. Because my whole idea was like, you know what, I've got such a big lead. If you're relying on anti-tank guns, I'm going to pick the most tanky, powerful tank I possibly can because I have so much gas to bank up. And that's a Panther. Yeah, I think he kind of forgot about the victory points as well. Because he wasn't even going on like a full-on assault to desperately try to get them. I mean, to be fair, I did at the end as well. I knew I was like way ahead. I knew he was down to very few, and I knew I had like the entire, like pretty much 500 or close to 500, but I didn't know he was exactly at 0 at that moment. And this game also lasted exactly 19 minutes, which is interesting. But yeah, spammed machine gun, and I ended up ending with the same amount of machine guns as him, but at one point I had 3 and he had 1. But he coupled sniper with machine guns and didn't really use them that effectively because I killed both snipers. He waited for the Sexton, but I mean, he used it within the last about 10, 15 seconds of the game, maybe 20. So yeah, that definitely didn't help him that much. So that's it for this replay. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.